the devil are you? Don't come here to Dunny, not yet. Oh, I have many questions for you, my friend, as you no doubt have for me. Where should I begin? Perhaps my story is in order. My name is Atris. I feel you've met my son, Myst in the red and blue books, Myst Island, in my library. My library. It contains my works, my writings. Oh, I wrote many books that link me to fantastic places. It's an art I learned from my father many years ago. Oh, but the red and blue books, those were different. I wrote those books to entrap over greedy explorers who might stumble upon my island of Myst. But I had no idea my own sons would be entrapped. My sons, Cirrus and Achenar. We had many journeys together. I gave them free rein to the books. Perhaps it was not wise. I could see the greed growing in them. I had not told them about the red and blue books. Their imaginations went wild. They dreamed of riches, power. Of course, they did not know the books were traps. They begged me for access to those books, and I, of course, denied them. Oh, they devised a plan. An evil plan. I had no idea to what extent their greed had progressed. Their own mother. Oh, my own dear Catherine. They used her to lure me here to Dunny. Of course, I could return to Myst, except they removed a single page from my Myst linking book. I cannot return without that page. You, my friend, can bring that page to me. Oh, I pray you believe my story above the lies that my sons have told you. If you could find it in yourself to return that page to me here in Dunny, I could go to Myst and bring justice to my sons for what they've done. I must return to my writing. I pray that you believe me. Please hurry. Bring the page. Bring the page with you.
Okay, so that should clarify everything. Sirius and Achenar got themselves trapped in the red and blue books because they're over greedy. However, they mentioned a single page being removed from the book. Remember that on Channelwood? That video that we played of Sirius? That happened to be Atris' linking book that they were talking about. Now, you'll notice that Atris is also played by Rand Miller. That's the third character in this game he's played. Believe it or not, they also re-recorded all of these lines for the Real Myst version. Probably because 640 by 480 would not work in the age of Dunny. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the last bad ending momentarily. And then we'll go and search for the white page.
We meet face to face. The page. Did you bring the page? You didn't bring the page. You didn't bring the page. What kind of fool are you? Did you not take my warning seriously? You and I will live here forever.
So now, we're free to explore Dunny. Just because we're not able to link out. There's nothing here though. So, let's load up the game. then we will go and search for the white page he mentioned. The question is, can you think of anything that we have that would show where a white page might be? Has there been any sort of clues that show us the location of a white page? Perhaps on the half-torn page that we found in Channelwood and Stone Ship. One half in Akonar's room, one half in Sirius's room. If you don't remember, it said to flick on all the marker switches, which they are, then turn it off, which opens this vault. White page. So now that we have the white page, we can return to Atris in the Dunny Age. Now, if you're curious about the Dunny Age and about what the Dunny are and all that, you're going to have to check out the Myst books. They're not really explained very much in detail until some of the later Myst games. However, they are explained in all the Myst books, particularly the Book of Tiana and the Book of Dunny. So, now that we have the white page, I'm going to bring it back to Atreus. I'm not going to listen to him again. And I'll let him speak.
Ah, my friend. You've returned. And the page. Did you bring the page? Ah. Give it to me. You've done the right thing. I have a difficult choice to make. My sons have betrayed me. I know what I must do. I shall return shortly.
At this point, just wait for him to return. He'll be back shortly.
It is done. Oh, I have many questions for you, my friend, but my rating cannot wait. I feel that my long delay may have already had a catastrophic impact on the world in which my wife Catherine is being held hostage. Oh, reward. I'm sorry, but all I have to offer you is the library on the island of Myst. The books that are contained there. Feel free to explore at your leisure. I hope your explorations are satisfying. You will no longer have my sons to deal with. Oh, and one more favor. I'm fighting a foe much greater than my sons could ever have imagined. At some point in the future, I may find it necessary to request your assistance. Till that point, you're free to enjoy the exploration from my library on Myst. And thank you again. linking book to return to Myst.
Okay, so Atreus doesn't have anything else to say. So let's just return to Myst. Congratulations, by the way, on beating it. We are actually done with the original Myst, or at least the content in the original Myst. However, we have one more age to visit that is exclusive to Real Myst. This one right here, Rime. And this basically talks about how it's different than any other age he's ever visited, and how it's very cold there. So the main thing you need to know is that 40 and this, hit the back button, and then 2735. One thing that you might notice is the age is very much to link the stories of Riven and Myst together. Most of the story in between is in the Book of Atreus, as well as, well, most of the backstory anyway. So we hit 40, which is a topographical extrusion test, which we mentioned earlier. That will show you the 3D modeling technique that they used. In fact, in order to create the mountains that they actually had in the game, they used a grayscale and used that to color and paste white, when on the various white would represent height. So then they used that to create 3D models. Alright, so we flip that switch. If you recognize, there's a spaceship nearby, so it has to be on that pathway. Like I said, Riven is a very great game. I highly suggest that you play it. Riven continues directly after the moment that we just left, in which Atreus is writing in the book, which many of you will be recognizing as the Book of Riven. And here we are. All we have to do now, we go over here, we hit the code in. This is 2735. Raise the machinery. And then we'll leave. And the Age of Rime is not very hard. In fact, it's extremely easy, and there's only really one puzzle. So, here we are. It's nice and frosty and chilly outside. And here's a switch for the gas. So, you'll notice this is a door, but it's frozen solid. So how do we unfreeze it? Well, we turn on the heater. The problem is, as many of you with air conditioning know, if you leave the doors and the windows open, everything goes outside. The linking book is right in front of us. This is just proof that, they don't. It's a very short game.